What is happening with this crypto bull market, guys? Sentiment is in the dumpster, but I want to share some data and statistics and highlight what may happen next. I believe a reversal is coming soon, so I want to give you the details there. And Kanye West is going to be launching a Memecoin this week, and former Binance CEO CZ is backing it. This is going to be on the Binance Smart Chain. This is insane. I'll give you the details. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, I want to start off by talking about where are we in this crypto bull market. A lot of people are getting discouraged. Sentiment is really bad right now. There's a lot of fear, a lot of dismay, a lot of people who are bored, ready to give up. And what's happening on the meme coin side is also very discouraging for many in the industry. But is it over, right? Is this the top of the cycle? Have we hit the top and things are about to just collapse or we're heading into a bear market? I don't think so. And this is not because of my feelings or emotions or my bias, but the data. And I want to break down different data sets to you guys so we can get an idea where we're at, despite how we're feeling, despite the fear, and once again, the discouragement that's in the market. So first, we're going to use Bitcoin as the measuring stick because Bitcoin moves the market. Altcoins follow Bitcoin the majority of the time. So Bitcoin right now is still consolidating, still chopping between 90,000 to like 98,000 in that zone, right? It is not doing much. And right now it's at $96,423. Now, one of the major factors that you can see right from the get-go is on the charts, Bitcoin is still well above the 200-week moving average and the 200-day moving average. That's a good sign. Above that, we are in a bull market. Below that, we are in a bear market. We've seen this time and time again. You go back and you look at the moving averages when we are in a bull market versus a bear. When we're above, we're okay. When we're below, nothing good happens. So that's one sign there. Second, Bitcoin on the monthly chart, its RSI has not triggered a top showing the green zone as we've seen historically, where we are overbought on the monthly now. So this chart does not look bearish. Obviously, we have the consolidation happening here, but there's nothing bearish here. And even the monthly RSI is still above the respective trend line. So that's very good. The other factor is the DXY, the dollar currency index, is breaking down. And that's a good sign for risk assets, both for the stock market and crypto. So that's a good sign. In addition, global liquidity continues to rebound. We saw a decrease come the end of December, and now we're seeing an uptick. So global M2 is on the rise, and we know risk assets, stock market, crypto follows the global liquidity. There is a bit of a lag. So this is where I'm thinking timing wise, guys, as we head towards the end of February, which is obviously late next week, and we head into March, we're going to start to see a bounce. Now, there could be the possibility that Bitcoin goes a bit further down, alts bleed more before we bounce. There's no guarantee that happens, but I think the higher probability as we break out of this consolidation zone because the market is already in dismay, in fear. Investors are already discouraged. So all of these things bode well for a reversal. Having this type of sentiment in a bull market is very bullish because in a bear market, you expect it. That is the status quo. But in a bull market, when you have these corrections, it shakes out people, it wipes out the liquidity, and then it resets the market to keep going higher. So that's where I think we're at. And when it comes to timeline, we're still on track. There's no major deviation from how this thing is played out historically with the Bitcoin cycle. So timing wise, things are still on track, guys. And here's a great chart from Julian Battelle and Raoul Pal from Global Macro Investors showing that. You know, Raoul Pal calls it the banana zone. So essentially, we're in phase one, we're seeing a correction, and we have phase two to go, and then phase three. There's no guarantee that this thing plays out exactly like it has in the past three bull markets, but it's on track. No deviation for what we've seen historically. So we got to be patient here, guys. Now, I often tell you guys about what the Bitcoin whales are doing. I use data from Sentiment, and they track on-chain data. So they look at stablecoin supply, they look at wallets and how much coins are in them, and they track the users who are moving a lot of Bitcoin and altcoins. So wallets with 10 or more Bitcoin are continuing to accumulate. So that's a very good sign. And I've often told you guys about, if you go back to what took place in March and April of last year, when the whales started dumping on the buy the rumor, sell the news event of the ETFs, that this number was on the decline. It was decreasing, sharp sell-off, right? But since bottoming out in the summertime of 2024, it started picking up again as we headed into Q3 and Q4. So the whales are buying. That's a very good sign. They often give the indication of what's going to happen in the market. And the other metric that correlates with this is supply and exchanges. So just as I mentioned with the whales selling off in March and April of 2024, we saw a lot of coins started moving to the exchange, right? The whales moving their coins back, started dumping, started selling, right? Well, the reverse of that, of course, is when they are accumulating, they pull the coins off the exchange. And we're seeing data here showing us that supply and exchanges continues to decline. Now, it has plateaued here. So have we kind of hit the limit, right? Is there less Bitcoin for them to go buy from the OTC markets and much more? Possibly. And that's why I'm thinking a bounce is coming soon, that the whales have accumulated and they're ready for this thing to move the other direction. And it's seasonality wise with the stock market and crypto, March and April are amazing months. We've seen it historically. So this aligns with the bull markets now, right? So we could see a reversal soon, guys, and this thing continue, and hopefully all this fear and depression and all the things people are feeling goes away. They'll forget about it, right? Just like a lot of people were depressed last summer after the big sell-off in March and April, right? And the market was sell in May, go away, and boring summer. And you even had the Japanese yen carry trade situation where the market flash crash, right? And then Q3, the start of it was even fearful and boring, but then it started ramping up as we got into October. So these things happen, guys, and you got to look at the data to bypass the emotions and all these things in the market, because if you go by your emotions, you're going to get wrecked. You're not going to make educated decisions. You have to use the data. Now, another metric I like to use is the Bitcoin Pi Cycle Top Indicator, which has flashed every time we've hit the top and the peaks, and it has not flashed. It's not even close to flashing, so shows we still got upside here. The CBBI index score is a confidence score on if the bull market peak is in. It uses multiple metrics. It is at a 77 right now. So usually when we're near the peak, it's in 90 and above. Obviously, it goes to near 100. Doesn't necessarily have to hit 100. For example, the last cycle, it only hit a 99. Back in 2017, it hit 100. In 2014, it hit like a 98. So once we're 90 and above, that's an indication that this thing is nearing the top. But as you can see, it's not there yet. So the data does not show the top is in, as much as the emotion and the sentiment is trying to drive that feeling. Also, what we've seen historically is when you have these bull market blow off top peaks, it's euphoria, it's greed. There's people literally saying, hey, this thing is not over, it's going to keep going, right? That is the herd sentiment. But if the herd is fearful at this moment, that is not an indication of a blow off top, guys. So, and this is both for the stock market as well as crypto. So, guys, I am not seeing anything here that this thing is over. So, I am still very bullish. And, you know, it's as Warren Buffett said, be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. So, you got to watch the herd. Look at what the average retail investor is thinking and feeling. Many are discouraged. Many are fearful that this thing is over. Many want to give up. And that's a very good sign in a bull market. And guys, we are seeing incredible updates around the industry. Obviously, just on Friday, yesterday, we saw Coinbase, their case is going to get dismissed. And, you know, Paul Grewal, chief legal officer at Coinbase, highlighted what the Wall Street Journal had on their front page here, where it says SEC widens crypto crackdown, where they went after Coinbase. And then he said how it started, how it's going, and now showing the Wall Street Journal reporting that the SEC plans to drop the Coinbase suit. And it says marks a big shift. So guys, we got the most pro-crypto government in place. Crypto legislation's coming this year. So the government and the macro backdrop are all conducive to things moving higher, right? Usually when later this year, we may see legislation pass, we may see IPOs. That is when I'm going to be fearful in a sense of I want to start taking profits that something's going to come in. But right now, the majority are fearful, and even though all these things are bullish, the data and the government being pro crypto, but people are fearful. So it's so fascinating to watch human behavior play out, especially when you look at the data. It's amazing. And look, I was on the opposite side, right, where I didn't know better, but I educated myself. I learned, I speaking to institutional investors, hedge funds, VCs, and studying the charts and much more. Now I know better, guys. And the big thing is controlling your emotions and having patience. That is the hardest part because even though I know all these things, that is still a challenge because we're all human. Our brains are wired a certain way, right? But you have to unlearn a lot of those things. And it's like a muscle. You got to keep exercising these things and focus on the facts, the data, and the principles here versus your emotions and what people are feeling and saying on Twitter and whatever, wherever, on social media. So anyway, guys, that's where I think things are at. And we may have a bit more pain, but there's light at the end of the tunnel here, and I see a bounce coming soon. Guys, quick word from our sponsor, and that is Propy, which is putting real estate on chain. Propy is a leader in the Web3 real estate sector. They're doing amazing things, guys. I'm a Propy token holder. I have been since 2018, 2019-ish, where I saw this project and I'm like, wait a minute. I know the future is everything on the blockchain, tokenization, and much more. And I don't see anybody else doing this, though they were ahead of the curve. And they're, of course, putting title escrows and much more on the blockchain. So they're a licensed Web3 pioneer operating since 2017. They've facilitated over $4 billion in transactions. Guys, you can buy and sell property on Propy using cryptos. So if you want to sell your real estate property for crypto, you can do that. Propy facilitates this, and they have a great crypto escrow program that they do with Coinbase. They're putting deeds and titles on the blockchain, guys. It's amazing. And they have a great campaign going on where you can earn some free Propy tokens by simply sharing their video, signing up, inviting a friend, and much more. So if you'd like to learn more about Propy, check out the links in the description. Now, guys, many of you know the ByBit hack, pretty bad, right? One of the largest hacks in the history of the crypto industry. And it wasn't that a wallet got compromised or a blockchain got compromised. It was social engineering. So someone at the exchange got compromised. They've launched a $140 million recovery bounty program to hunt for the perpetrators of crypto's largest heist in history. So hopefully they can get things back to normal. Obviously, there was a lot of people moving their funds off of ByBit. But one of the great things I saw coming out of this is that a lot of the industry players and even their competitors came together, Tether, Binance, and much more other exchanges to help support ByBit and help smooth things over here and make sure things are right for the people who lost their funds. So very different from what took place with Celsius and FTX, right? I think a lot of these exchanges made sure they had their proof of reserves, they had insurance and so forth. So the folks at ByBit are doing what they need to do, and they've been very transparent. I was very surprised. They did live streams and so forth. And I'm not a user of ByBit. I have nothing to do with ByBit, but I got to call it like I see it. They did a great job in fixing this. But as I said in yesterday's podcast, self-custody is the way. And I use Ledger. If you want to get a Ledger hardware wallet, link will be in the description. I put the majority of my crypto on Ledger hardware wallet so I can sleep at night. Don't have to worry about hacks and much more. Now, Bitcoin maxis are going crazy, and they're trying to spread false narratives and news that Ethereum was hacked. But Ethereum was not hacked. And they're trying to say, oh, you see, Vitalik and these guys need to do a rollback of the blockchain. And it's like, why? It's so stupid, right? And I tweeted out today that, Bitcoin maxis are a bunch of pathetic liars and fudsters, because I remember back in 2019 when Binance considered pushing for Bitcoin rollback following a $40 million hack. Oh, yeah. But they won't share that, right? They're trying to bash ETH because we know maxis, they don't like XRP, they don't like ETH or any other altcoin. But we know the future of the markets will be multi-chain, multiple blockchains, and Bitcoin can't do what Ethereum and another, even XRP can do. Bitcoin, don't get me wrong, has its pros and its strengths, and I believe is digital gold, hard money, the most decentralized network, and I hold Bitcoin. I believe in it. There's some Bitcoin I'm never selling. You got the scarcity aspect. project, and much more. But Bitcoin maxis are a bunch of liars, man. So they're going around spreading a ton of FUD and lies, and it's pretty pathetic. Things like this happened to Bitcoin where it was involved in a hack, and Binance even considered rolling it back, but thank goodness they didn't. But this is why we got to call these guys out, because they spread a lot of lies. Now let's move ahead. This news really gives me a headache. This is the part of crypto that needs to be stopped, man. Apparently Kanye West, and from his account, has been tweeting out that he'll launch swastika coin. So obviously he's a big time racist and doing all kinds of madness. I think the guy's lost his mind, honestly. And apparently he's going to launch a token next week. He's going to launch a meme coin, right? Well, apparently he sold this. This is not completely verified, but people are saying he sold his posting rights to a bunch of scammers who are doing meme coins. So probably the guys who've been going to different celebrities to do these things. And I hope the SEC stops these clowns because they're really giving a bad name to the industry. And this meme coin rug pull nonsense has to stop, man. Not that meme coins can exist. There's meme coins like Dogecoin and Pepe and so forth, Shiba Inu, they've been around for a long time, that are not set up to be rug pulled. The problem is the meme coins that are started like last night or last week on Pump Fun, and then the people set up to rug you, right, and take your money. It's pathetic. This stuff can't happen, man. So apparently Kanye sold the posting rights. I don't know if it's true or not, but maybe it makes sense because it's, but I can't tell because Kanye is off his rocker. So he's been tweeting out a whole bunch of stuff, asking for CZ's number. So CZ, former Binance CEO, and I am disappointed in CZ. I'm starting to lose respect here. He replied to this tweet saying, I DM'd you. And it looks like he's trying to set up the meme coin or get them to launch the meme coin on a Binance Smart Chain. If he's facilitating this, losing all respect for this guy, because this is pathetic. Why would you do this? Why would you encourage these scammers to launch meme coins and use Kanye's Twitter account and launch a coin that's completely racist and much? This is just utter garbage. I am really pissed off about stuff like this. And if CZ does this, I think the industry needs to blacklist him, and because you're contributing to scams and all types of degenerate behavior. I'm sure most of you agree with me here. Once again, I believe in the free market. I believe people can go to casino and gamble if they want, play the lottery if they want, invest in Dogecoin if they want. But we can't have BS coins like this launching and people getting rugged. You know this is a rug being set up here, guys. It's pathetic, and I hope CZ is just joking around, because if he's serious and he lets this happen and is launch on Binance Smart Chain and he's encouraging it and facilitating it, they gotta blacklist this guy. This is not right, man. And I hope the SEC steps up soon and stops this nonsense. Once again, not kill all meme coins. Just put the guardrails in place. Go after these bad actors, these bad people who are doing this nonsense. Put some regulations in place. Put some regulations around pump fun, because it's just pure degenerate behavior here. Guys, I hate to end it on that bad note, but I have to let you know, right? I got to let you know the news and what's happening. So just be careful. And let me know what you think about this news, especially around, if what's happening with the bull market, if you believe the bull market's over or not, if you agree with me, regarding the data. But leave your comments below. Guys, a great way you can support me is by subscribing to my free email newsletter. It's 100% free. It's available on Substack. Also, check out my book, Rethinking Crypto. It's available on Amazon in paperback and digital. And also check out my new course at mycryptocourse.com. This course is comprehensive, teaches you every aspect of crypto from A to Z. And what makes it unique, unlike any other crypto course out there, this includes expert commentary. You're going to hear from founders, CEOs, innovators, institutional investors. They're going to break down the different aspects of crypto. So you got videos, you got full write-ups, you get downloadable materials. You pay a one-time fee and you get lifetime access, and you can go at your own pace. You can share the login with your friends and family if you want. So if you'd like to learn more, go to mycryptocourse.com. Link will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching and listening. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.